Namo Ratnatraya, my dear Dhamma friends and dear followers. On behalf of Vajrayana Federation, Nepal, I am presenting you Vajrayana views and Vajrayana talk. Till yesterday, we have discussed how to purify our mind, body and speech. Yesterday, we have given you few examples to honoring the elders. Day before yesterday, I given a talk how to honor the Guru, the teacher. And from today, I'm going to talk with you in Vajrayana views and Vajrayana talk about the practical way of attainment. Only theoretical education, we could not have sufficient knowledge. Obviously, you will get the knowledge in texture. You will be wise. You will be the learned mind because of you have learned too much. You have got much more information what you need. But until and unless you practice the knowledge in your real life, you could not success to go onward for peace and prosperity by achieving the knowledge for enlightenment. So, practical way of attainment means the practice which you yourself have to do. So, in this topic of practical way of attainment, today I want to give some knowledge with practice about the search for the truth. In the search for truth, there are certain questions that are important. On what material is the universe constructed? Is the universe eternal? Are there limits not to the universe? In what way is this human society put together? What is the ideal for the organization for human society? If a man were postponed his searching and practicing for enlightenment until such questions and questionnaires were solved, you would die before the found to the path of enlightenment. So, we should practice everything, we should make in practical way. Suppose a man were pierced by a poisoned arrow, and his relatives and friends got together to call a surgeon to have the arrow pulled out the wound treated. If the wound man objects, saying, "Wait a little before you pull it out. I want to know who shot this arrow. Was it a man or a woman? Was it someone of noble birth, or was it peasant? What was the bow make of? What was it, a big bow or a small bow? What shot the arrow? What it made, wood or bamboo? What was the bow steering made of? Was it made of fiber or a god? Was the arrow made of rattan or reed? What feeders were used before you extract the arrow? I want to know all about these things. Then what will happen? He was shotted, or he was shot down because of the poisoned arrow, and he was making many more questions to understand, to know everything, such as a learned man, and he want to punish the man who shotted him the arrow. Before all the information can be secured, no doubt the poison will have time to circulate all his body system. The man will die. So, whenever we are in the practical way of attainment, we must careful. We must give preference to the way of practice, what we should first do. When a fire of passion in entering the world, the composition of the universe matters little. What is the ideal form of for the human community is not so important to deal with. Nowadays, COVID-19 is pandemic in the universe, in the world. More than 213 countries were suffered with the pandemic COVID-19. In this period, it is not matter to discuss whom spread the pandemic, COVID-19, who should accuse for this. It is not time, but it is time to careful. It is time to self-quarantine. It is time to stay at home, because pandemic COVID-19 will spread if you touch anywhere, because of the droplets come out from the nose and the mouth. It will transmit it to the others by touching the hand, and from hand, if we touch it to the mouth, nose, ear and eyes, the pandemic COVID-19 coronavirus enter to our body. Then it will quarantine in our throat. It spread with close attachment of our body organ inside. So in this time, we should be very careful. But it is not time to argue with each other. It is not time to punish each other. It is time to save oneself, to live safety, and to save others as well. So the question of whether the universe has limit or is eternal can wait until some way is found to extinguish the fires of birth. The pandemic COVID-19 is spread just like the fire. So, how to control the fire? In the same way, we should understand how we can control the pandemic coronavirus. So, if I have to tell you, when the Buddha's teaching teaches what is the importance to know and not what is unimportant, but that is, it teaches people that they must learn what they should learn, remove that they should remove, train for that they should become enlightened about. Therefore, people should first screen and decide what is of the fires, why, and how the pandemic coronavirus spreads out. It is important to know, to save ourselves, to save life of the others. What problem should first be solved? What is the most pressing issue for them? To do all this, they must first undertake to train their minds, that is, they must first seek mind control. So, first of all, we should take a rest, few minutes or few seconds only, because pandemic and just like the pandemic, the fires spread rapidly. To control either fire or the pandemic diseases, then we should stay carefully. We should find the truth, how to control it, not to argue the others. So in this way, if we can find the truth, it is much more better. But to find the truth about the accident is important, or to control, to save the life is important. You should decide quickly. If it falls, if you are late, then there is more your life. So, the world's developed country, such as United States of America, such as very civilized and ancient civilization, is still, we can observe the place. That country is Italy. They are suffering much more from the pandemic coronavirus. They are arguing each other. They are taking care about the others' arguments and how to penetrate others. But they don't care how to save lives of their country. So, in this way, if we could not success to judgment or decision making in right time, quickly, then we will be finished. The pandemic and the spread of the fires and even the winds comes, that the natural calamities time, and the time of the great earthquakes, if we could not decide quickly, then we will be finished. So, to find the truth is the secondary. Education in that time to save life ourselves is the first. It is utmost important to save life of us. So, in Buddha's version, in Vajrayana Buddhism too, save life by all means. Whenever and wherever it is necessary, do the action as well as straightforward to save the life of others and yourself too. So, my dear Dhamma friends and followers, making quick decision, right decision in right time and go along with the right path very quickly, it is at most important than to research, than to argue with each other, than to blame others. Blame yourself. It is my fault. Whether the fault is yours or not, then you go far, very fast to save life of you and others. It is main practical way to attainment. Thank you very much, my dear Dharma friends and the followers. In this way, we are in discussion on the subject matters very short, very sharp, and much more utilizable for to save lives of others and yourself too. Thank you very much. Bhavatu Sarva Mangalam.